A few days ago, Punch was brutally attacked by multiple adult macaques. His ear was injured. He was chased, cornered, and beaten by the dominant members of the troop. And after watching it happen, many of us watching from home expected the absolute worst. We know his history, we know how vulnerable he is. So, we expected Punch to hide. We expected him to retreat to the darkest corners of the enclosure, completely paralyzed by anxiety. We expected him to become terrified of the troop all over again. But that is not what happened. Punch came back. He stepped right back out onto the rocks. And when he did, something about him looked different. Today, we are going to look at what exactly may have changed inside Punch after the attack. And we are going to explore why his behavior over the last few days might actually be one of the most encouraging, powerful developments we have ever seen in his entire journey. When an animal or even a human being experiences a deeply traumatic event, the very first thing to collapse is their daily routine. When you are overwhelmed by fear, you stop doing the normal things. You lose your appetite. You stop exploring. You withdraw from the world because your brain tells you that the world is no longer a safe place to exist. This is exactly why so many people in our community were deeply worried for Punch. We assumed that after such a coordinated attack, his routine would be completely shattered. But I want you to look closely at the footage of Punch from August 13th to August 18th. Look at what he is doing. He is out in the open. He is actively foraging in the dirt, carefully picking out pieces of food. He is climbing the wooden structures, navigating the enclosure, and finding moments to rest. He isn't just surviving. He is living. And in the animal kingdom, there is absolutely no greater act of defiance than simply continuing to exist. By returning to his daily routine so quickly after a terrifying event, Punch is demonstrating a level of mental resilience that is almost impossible to comprehend. He is proving that he can hold two realities in his mind at the exact same time. He knows that the adult monkeys are dangerous, but he also knows that he still has a life to live. He took the absolute worst that the mountain had to throw at him, and he refused to let it break him. He didn't completely shut down. He licked his wounds. He let his nervous system reset. And then he simply went back to work. But as I mentioned earlier, even though he came back, something about him does look different. Many observant viewers noticed a shift in his demeanor. Some people commented that he looks more serious, or that he is constantly on high alert. To human eyes, this intense focus can look like sadness or lingering fear. But if we look at this through the lens of animal behavior, we realize that this change is not a sign of a broken spirit. It is a sign of a rapidly maturing mind. Punch was attacked, but he didn't stop living. Instead, he adapted. Watch how he scans the enclosure now before he sits down to forage. His eyes are constantly assessing the environment. He isn't acting like a naive baby anymore, wandering around and hoping the older monkeys will just leave him alone. He is acting like a highly intelligent calculating juvenile who knows exactly what it takes to stay out of trouble. The attack didn't traumatize him into submission. It educated him. It reminded him to pay closer attention to the moods of the dominant females. It taught him to be more precise in his movements. When we see that serious, hyper-vigilant look in his eyes, we are not looking at a victim. We are looking at a master student of Monkey Mountain. He is actively replacing panic with preparation. He is proving that courage is not about pretending the danger doesn't exist. Courage is recognizing the danger, respecting it, and then choosing to step out into the sun anyway. This is why millions of people cannot stop watching him. You do not need to be an expert in primate biology to understand Punch's story. You don't even need to know the names of the older monkeys or the specific rules of the enclosure. The reason his story resonates with so many of us is because it is a universal story about resilience. At some point in our lives, we have all been knocked down. We have all faced moments where the world felt overwhelmingly harsh, and all we wanted to do was retreat and hide. When we look at Punch, we see a reflection of the strength we all hope to find within ourselves. He is a living reminder that you can take a heavy hit, you can get scraped up and bruised, and you can still wake up the next morning and find your place in the world. He doesn't need our pity anymore. He has earned our absolute, undeniable respect. He is doing the heavy, difficult work of growing up, and he is doing it with incredible grace. The storm of the attack has passed, and Punch is still standing. He is eating, he is moving, and he is bravely continuing his life. I want to hear from you today. When you saw him return to his daily routine after the attack, how did it make you feel? Did you notice that new, focused resilience in his eyes? Please share your thoughts and observations in the comments below. I read every single one, and your empathy is what makes this community so special. I also want to take a brief moment to thank everyone who supports this channel. To all of our amazing channel members, thank you. Your support is what allows me to spend the time researching and creating these deep, documentary-style videos. If you enjoy this content and want to help support the channel, you can easily become a member by clicking the Join button below or checking the link pinned in the comments. But whether you are a member or simply someone who watches and cares for Punch, thank you for being here. Please leave a like on this video if you are incredibly proud of his resilience, and make sure to subscribe to Catto Luna so we can continue watching this amazing survivor grow. Thank you for your beautiful hearts. We will see you in the next video.